Hello, my name is Mike Konufke. I'm with the San Antonio Family Association, just one of the many organizations with the Stop Planned Parenthood Coalition here in San Antonio. We put these videos and these slides together to help you to learn more about what's taking place right here in the city of San Antonio relative to Planned Parenthood. And this particular one, we like to address materially similar use. Materially similar use. It's a technical word or description for when you have two particular types of businesses in a zone, how is another business like that business zoned? And to help us or aid us in this, I'd like to refer to, I think I mentioned to you, the Unified Development Code and the zoning and the training that used to be on the website that the City of San Antonio has now taken down and doesn't exist any longer. But I'd like to refer to this particular page because it's very telling. They use an example in their training that says, okay, if you are an individual who has a business that makes enchiladas, yet you want to have the same zoning as the enchilada restaurant, how do you go about getting the zoning if there's nothing that says in the index for tamales? So you want to be able to make tamales, but it's not the same as an enchilada. That's their example. That's a good example. But there's certain things that have to be in place. In other words, the use of that particular building, the use of that particular property and that land and what have you. But when it comes down to, if it doesn't say tamales, it simply doesn't say tamales. So what can you do? Well, in this example, they say if your neighbor is making enchiladas and you want to make tamales, that what you can do, because it's similar ingredients, is you can add enchiladas to your menu. And oh, by the way, you also have tamales that you could actually get the same type of zoning as the enchilada restaurant. And so that's just a good example as to what materially similar use is, what it's about. Because it's not indexed, they have to make a subjective decision based on certain type of criteria. Now I give you as a backdrop this because what is taking place at 2140 Babcock is they have said the Development Services Department is a subjective decision was made and a materially similar use decision took place. And what they were using as a materially similar use is an eye surgery center north of downtown. And as you can see here, this is kind of a gruesome picture, but as you can see here, they were saying that 2140 Babcock is the same or similar use as the eye surgery center north of downtown. And there's nothing further from the truth. You see, we even had doctors testify that when it comes to eye surgery, life is not on the line. And we don't even see blood. It's tears and things of this nature. We use lasers in today's world. And what Planned Parenthood does is life is always on the line. Unfortunately for the baby, it's always killed. And the health of the mother is always at risk. And of course, there's always gallons and gallons of blood. And so we asked for clarification. They said, well, no, it had more to do with the use of the building. You see, what they're trying to get across is that it's not what's taking place in the building, but the type of services. So they came back and clarified, well, it's because these are all both outpatient type procedures, and that makes them similarly material in the use. And what a perverted way to look at that. So the Development Services Department, Rod Sanchez, the director, has to make that materially similar use. Yet we have him in testimony indicating that he did not make that materially similar use, nor does he know who in his department did. Yet in the training that they put out, it clearly states that the director has to make that decision. And even if the director does make that decision, you see, it still has to go through to the Zoning Commission and to the City Council. In both instances, even if that was made and it was correctly made, that it still must pass through the zoning commissions and through the City Council. Neither body, in this particular case at 2140 Babcock, did this go through either the zoning or the City Council. So the Development Services Department has been remiss in following their own procedure and following their own training, and the City Council of San Antonio doesn't even really understand what's going on here. In fact, they're a little bit confused on why all the emotions and what have you about this particular issue. We encourage you to learn more about this and click on some of these other videos and learn more. What's going through right now is an amendment that would say that these ambulatory surgery centers, i.e. Planned Parenthood or some other abortion facility, can move into a C1 anywhere in the city. That could be right outside your neighborhood or right outside mine. So the bottom line is a vote for the redefined ambulatory surgery center language is a vote for Planned Parenthood. And we encourage you and urge you to talk to all of your City Council members and Mayor Ivy Taylor, encourage them to vote no on this new amended language. Thank you.